well, if you saw the title, it was Summer 2023 Comic Haul Extravaganza. Now, what do I count as Summer 2023? Well, I do count May as Summer 2023. I'm not gonna do this. I might actually start doing this. I'll do like winter, fall, winter, and then so on and so forth. But I am including May. I am including it as a blockbuster season because I'll double check right here. I'm pretty sure blockbuster season starts in May. So let's double check. Blockbuster season is when? Really? I got Blockbuster from Netflix. A TV series I've never heard of. Really? Okay. Movie Blockbuster season. Oh my god. It's what months? Fucking Google. You're an idiot. Whoops. God. Not the meaning. Not dump months. I had it right there too. It was so weird. No, I'm not dump months. Summer blockbuster. Maybe that's what I did. Alright, summer blockbuster. Sorry, Google. The first Friday of May through Labor Day weekend. Whoopsie, technically HP. It said August. It's a bullshit move right there. I haven't gotten any books in September anyway, so I'm not including September. I'm including May, June, July, August. 4 months, nice round number, or even number. But, there we go. So, one thing I'm probably not going to do is a thumbnail, unless I can do a really wide shot to get all the books in on one. I'll probably just do a thumbnail you see right there. What I will be doing, though, is I'll be listing in the description all the books I got. It's a very long description. And what's nice about that one is because these are previously uploaded videos where I went over, May's haul, June's haul, and so on and so forth. I have that list handy on my YouTube channel. So you just copy paste. I can plagiarize from myself without giving myself any credit. So yes, these are videos you've probably seen before. You've seen May, June, July, and August complete comic hauls. You've seen this video. But the thing about this video is that I'm going to be trying to mention things I forgot to mention. Try my best. There's always going to be things I forgot to mention. And finally, I'm going to, on my handy-dandy phone right here, occasionally I will be checking my phone to see if I get to get any comments, how's the live stream going, if everything's going fine, making sure we're all fine and dandy. But the only way I can do that is by going into my assist live. It's nice. Here. Yeah. It's kind of weird going live without my cousin. I got one message. Who's here? Oh, me, Doy. My phone. So it had to be two for me to do anything. And what's nice is that both my, the iPad would never even think of doing this, but the phone, I can sleep on. Because I have both plugged in too. So without further, and why is this a live stream? Well, there's no way in hell. If this ends up being as long as I think it will be, which I don't think it can because it's already 11 o'clock and I gotta eat lunch pretty soon here, I'm gonna try and make it at least 3 hours. Which I should make it 4 hours, at least one per. But even then, like 1 hour per haul, like even another reason why I want to do this is I kind of want May's haul to be the longest I've ever done. But obviously I didn't want to do just May. But during the summer blockbuster season, it's a good thing to do. And what I'll do is once we're May, I will check from when I started to when, So right now, we're only 3 minutes in. Nice. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. First up is Paul is Dead When the Beatles Lost McCartney. Now, a few months ago, I had gotten the same book with the same author, same publisher, same size too, same size book, smaller size book, and I think same age rating too, Teen Plus. I had this book called Jim Lives from the author Paolo Baron, and also the artwork was done by Ernesto Carbonetti. And I had read, at the time, Paul is Dead was expensive. It was full price on Amazon. And I'd already gotten, started getting a bunch of books anyways, and I want to pay full price for it, and I found out my library had Paul is Dead. So I decided to check that out and really, really enjoyed it. Like, that was a really damn good book. And then, I saw it at Newbury Comics in May, obviously, this is May's haul. I had seen that in the clearance section, It's like, oh, perfect. It was $10 too. Same price I paid for on Amazon for Jim Lives. Now, what is Paul is Dead? Well, it's a kind of, like I said, if you ever heard and I'm sure all of you have, because a lot of you seem to be much older than I am, at least one generation ahead of me. Well, the Beatles had it was like a conspiracy theory that Paul McCartney died way back in the day, and the Paul McCartney we know and love today is a clone or is an actor that they hired to act like Paul McCartney. And they think he did so well that no one can tell the difference. But some people can. Some people have made some little connections. They're like, oh, this is a pretty inconsistent quality about him. It was the story was very interesting, and it was one of those things that it did interest me, even if I wouldn't have otherwise read it. One of those things. A lot of these books you'll see, I'll probably say the same thing, like, oh, I'm not usually into this type of comic, but now I kind of am. But then throw my iPad as one. Like, goddamn. And I get it, I have a lot of fucking Kindle books over, not in the beginning, but over, so Paul is Dead when the Beatles lost McCartney is based off a conspiracy theory that Paul McCartney of the Beatles never died. And the net and other books, I'll say the same thing, is ordinarily this would not interest me, but this did. This was a book I had gotten from the library a while ago when I got in a Jim Lives book with the same creative team, same publisher, same size too. Same, actually the same price too. It's the same everything, basically. And it seems serious. But I really enjoyed, but I read the Paul McCartney one from my local library. The local library had the Paul McCartney one. The local library had the Paul McCartney one. And I read it and really enjoyed it. And I saw it at Newbury Comics in May. This is the May haul for those of you who don't know. This is the May haul for those who don't know. And I've seen that at their clearance section. And speaking of which, I've not gone to Newbury since May. In general, I'm not gone to Newbury. The one I usually go to, I haven't gone to since February. But in general, yeah, it's not good. I think doing so much of Amazon was probably not the best idea. And I don't regret getting any of the books that I got, but it's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have gone so crazy. Yeah, a little closer. There we go. So, Paul McCartney, I'll show it again. I'm pretty sure I already showed it. Paolo Baron, Ernesto Carbonetti. It's an original graphic novel, so all in one. I'm just gonna double check to make sure we got a like. Nice. We got a. Let's see what happened. Of course, my thing is. Oh, we got terrible quality. Now we have good quality. So weird. Alright, so we're good, but it's getting back to... Oh, what was the fucking... Okay, so that was... Hey. Oh, God. Yeah, guys, well... It's like I have to fucking watch my stream as I'm going with the books. I have no idea what's going on. And I'm doing this for 3 hours, too, at least. I thought we had a like. Yeah, I got a like. Oh, and I need to refresh? Yep, we got a like. Nice. Okay, so we should be good. I'm gonna do it once again. Once again, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna. You heard what I was saying. Hopefully, the audio was not scratchy, but this is the artwork for Paul is Dead, written by Paolo Baron, with artwork done by Ernesto Carbonetti. Just in case, I'm gonna show up for the third and final time, and we will move on. That's the thing. I can't. I'm not gonna. Ugh. I thought I'd go perfectly fine. Like, Wi-Fi is fine. I think it's just my iPad acting up. I don't know if I can hit the home button on my iPad and check to see that the Wi-Fi, because sometimes my devices in general will kick me off the good Wi-Fi and take me to the outside Wi-Fi, because we have outside extended Wi-Fi, and I'm not outside, so it's going to be terrible quality in here. It's going to be slower. I don't know. But so far, we seem to be good. But yes, Paul's dead. Nice, we've gone over one book. Yay! I wanted this video to be long, but not that way. I might just if it does. That's the thing. So spoiler alert. There's gonna be 120 books in here at least, and in total. And taking out that many, it took me a lot of effort to take all those books out off my shelf and then put them here and then put them back on the shelf. I want to at least get the video uploaded before the full video, that is. But yes, then we got Screamland, written by Harold Cipe, with artwork done by Hector Casanova. Now you'll be seeing Ellen with an introduction by Jason Aaron, and you'll be seeing why exactly. Okay, so no quotes here. You're seeing why exactly I got Screamland, this series. Jonathan P. Yes, Jonathan P. Cullen. A lot of these are just. So I want to try and. Gemma Food gave it a blurb on here. Gave it praise blurb. So I like looking at the back of books to see who gave it like praise, because sometimes I get really surprised. Like all the authors I really like saying this book is really good, and it's Image Comics too, which is the only publisher I'm buying from nowadays. And the main reason for why that is because I want it to be all consistent and the same publisher, and I just decided to do Image Comics. It was a year ago I decided that, and I haven't looked back since. Now, of course, with library halls and like single issues or digital comics, that'll be across the board. In fact, I don't like to get yes, I know I'm not live on my channel. Thank you. If you don't, I don't really want notifications when I go live. But it's gonna say unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. I do like getting notifications on my phone whenever I get like a comment or whatever. All right, so continuing. So this was So yeah, when that happens in digital, all that was across the board. So that digital library halls and single issues across the board with floppies, with trades and hardcovers. I like to get all the same publisher. Will I ever stop getting Image Comics? I don't know. Honestly, a year from now, I'll probably still be on the Image Comics kick. And I don't think it's the worst thing, because honestly, I'm never gonna get every comic I've ever wanted, like, in general, across all the publishers. Even if I don't get the books that, like, if I don't include books that the library already has. Like, oh, I want to get a Garth Ennis book, but Preacher, because that was my local library, I probably wouldn't do that. I probably wouldn't go by author in general, because there's a lot of books to get. Even for like Garth Ennis, it's a lot. It's a hell of a lot, actually. And some of them are out of print, some of them have never been collected in trades, and the guy is still writing to this day. So that's why I go by publisher. And it's just nice. It's all the same publisher. It's all the same, like, not the same feel, not the same feel, more or less, but it's just like it's consistent. But I probably will, like, if I get all of what I want from Image Comics, like, now, and I don't get any new series, then probably next year I will have everything, like, this time next year, and I'll move on. But even then I will be like, well, let's close out the year, so probably at the end of next year, let's say. Let's do that. So 2024, actually, no. 2025 will probably be getting back. My god, could you guys imagine that 2025 is when I actually stop getting Image Comics? Even then, like, I'm gonna do that because I'll have like 400. Like, I want to get 500. Well, no, by then I'll have 500. But anyways, without further ado, back into this book. So Screamland by Harold Cipe. It's like the monsters come to life in the real world kind of thing. Seemed very interesting. The sequel is co-authored by an author that I liked. I was getting books from. So there's a whole point there. And that's why I got volume 1. Because I didn't know anything about Harold Cipe or the series actually either. And this one was also used good from Karen About Stuff. That's Karin About Stuff. It's weird. I don't know if that was me or downstairs. Satire too, not horror. But this was used good. And there's like a few blemishes here, but used good usually means this is coming apart. The books, like, you have to kind of hold them together to keep them intact. Yeah, the old pages are intact, but but this is like used very good. Honestly, I have used very good books that are in worse quality than this book was. This is why, like, if I ever like have no other choice but to get a book from you was good from caring about stuff, I expelled it. I no longer feel like I shouldn't get that book or whatever. Because I don't like even doing used very good. I don't like doing used like new and used and then obviously new. Yeah, I'll do that. But anything below that, I'm like, well, if I really want the book, or there's no other way I can get that unless it's super expensive, as what happens sometimes. Used like new, but it's super expensive over the list price, which I'll never do. Almost never do. But yes, anyways. So this one collects 1 through 5, right? Oh, here's the artwork. Very strange artwork. I think we had better artwork as we went along. It's kind of there. Yeah. That one artwork. Weird one page thing. Alright, oh, we got a bunch of artists. Here, let's do this. I just now noticed that months and months and months later. And yes, I have an introduction by Jason Aaron. Another thing I just noticed. This is why I do yet another upload. So, yep, 1 through 5. 1 through 5, I was right. 1 through 5. Second book, and we're like, what, 14 minutes in at least, 15 minutes in? To be fair, it was a pretty long intro, but... And so far, so good. I think it was just a hiccup on YouTube side. YouTube sometimes will like their live streams. It's weird, but I practiced doing I was on my phone, but I had done some practice live streams, and I was doing just fine. Yeah, I wasn't. None of them were longer than 10 minutes, but still practice live streams. Honestly, by the same when that started glitching. So, and I will not upload those live streams. They're just like stupid ones where I was just fucking around. There's nothing to them. There's one I did with my cousin. The cousin started commenting on my videos, but that was about it. Videos on the live stream, and it was kind of a nice back and forth. But I got interrupted, and then he left. So it was like a few little questions. It was nothing too big. There was one thing that was kind of funny, but other than that, I still have them up. I just want to keep them up, obviously. So maybe I'll like clip one. That one. All right. Anyways. Next up, we have the sequel to Screamland called Screamland's Death at the Party. This one collects 1 through 5, I believe, at the party. Now, this is co-authored. Now, this one says horror. It's kind of funny. This one is co-authored by Christopher Sabela. Still written by Howard Stipe too, but it's Howard Stipe and Christopher Sabela. This time, the artwork is done by Lee Leslie. Did I say the artwork here? I did. So different artists, almost the entire different creative team. If Howard Stipe wasn't writing this anymore, I would say it's completely different. And this one, I believe the sequel. Oh yeah, I shouldn't do it. I don't like to do the artwork of a sequel or a second series, so I won't do that. Let's just check to make sure it's introduction by Matt Fraction this time. Let's make sure it's 1 through 6. Why does it say Screamland 1 through 6? That's very confusing. I know it's Death the Party. I think they meant to say Screamland 2 or Screamland Death the Party 1 through 6. But 1 through 6, let's see. On the back, we got nothing from anyone. Colin Bunn, give it praise. Colin Bunn's a really damn good artist. Crooked Hills, huh? Oh yeah, so speaking of which, actually, I did reply to the person. Someone had recommended I read 6 Gun by Colin Bunn, which I have read the first volume. My library didn't have the rest of the series, and it's not Image Comics, so I'm not going to be getting the series. And it was also out of print, kind of, sort of. It's like expensive to get every issue, every volume. And it's a lot of volumes. It's not like a 3-volume series. It's like a 20-volume series, I think. Because there's like, what, 6 hardcovers? And I collect at least 2, so yeah, 12 volumes. It's a lot. But I did really enjoy the first volume. I think they had at least had 2 of the volumes. First 2 volumes. I think one was part of it. They had it, but didn't have it. Yep, we have doing that so far. Now we're on to Christopher Sabala, and the first one up is High Crimes. Now, sorry, Screamland, I interrupted myself. Screamland Death at the Party was them trying to stop a horror movie from happening with these characters kind of thing. One of those things. It sounds very interesting. So High Crimes was originally Dark Horse, and it collects 1 through 12 of the digital chapters. It does not It's not 12 full issues, like full comic issues. It was like digital chapters. Kelly Sue DeConnick, Jerry Duggan, Chuck Wendig, and Chelsea Kane all give it praise. Right? Let's see what Chelsea Kane says. High Crime is the perfect thriller, big stakes, big characters, dark past, and just the right ratio of human to corpses. Wow, she wasn't trying to fucking shill for her gender. There was one Chelsea Kane wrote Man Eater is one of the most controversial comics of the last few years. And even though I kind of enjoyed it, and it was so bad it was kind of good way, it was kind of enjoyable, and it was written like well too. Like it was just written well. Like in general, it was written well. If you don't like put politics into it, the pacing was really good. And the characters you could, everything was good. It's just a couple things were there. It was like wow, okay, cool. Shut up now. But High Crimes is Murder on Mount Everest. Here's the artwork. Yes, it's originally Dark Horse. In fact, if you get the hardcover of the series, it will be the Dark Horse comics version. Now, I don't Dark Horse books version rather. I don't know why it will do that. Why it will? I got a viewer. Who's the viewer? Is it still me? No, because it said 0. Didn't include me. Just gonna check live chat. Nothing yet. All right. But Christopher Savala. Books. Shit. What was I just talking about? You know what? I'll do. Here. In fact, get the hardcover of the series. I don't know why. Oh yeah, so I don't know why like series will like it'll be originally from Dark Horse and then go over to Image Comics. In fact, it's a series called Prism Stalker by Sloan Leone, and Volume 1 is Image Comics. And Volume 2, the most recent one that just came out, I have 2 viewers now. Nice. But Volume 2 is done by Dark Horse, and it's very expensive. It's like it's a soft cover for $25, and like. It's not enough for me. I think what I'll do is I'll like just read Volume 1. If they ever have Volume 2 at my local library, I'll just read Volume 1 myself or get Volume 2 digitally. But you know, I want to continue that series. I want to be completist. But yeah, sometimes it'll happen, and sometimes it'll be like there's actually a series here that was a Vertigo, but now it's Image Comics. It's weird. I don't understand it. We have 3 viewers now. Wow. Alright, so if you guys want to comment, feel free to comment. You guys hopefully read the title, so I want to... That's the other thing about a live stream. Like, I'm going through books, and people kind of like I'm already kind of in the book. That's why, what I'm going to say to do is, I'm going to reiterate this. This is basically a retread of May, June, July, and August hauls. So if you want to know what the books are, just go to those videos and check the description where I have all the books listed. Because unfortunately, I've been going for a little while now. Actually, I've been going for 24 minutes. Wow. Alright. So that was High Crimes. I believe it was 1 through 12. Yeah, it was digital first. It did look pretty interesting. Yep, 1 through 12. I was right. I feel like I was right, because I remember saying, I was surprised. Oh, actually, is that... I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss any live chats. Nope, I didn't miss anything. Alright, cool. Alright, continuing on. And, nope, wrong pile. So I got so many books in May that I have to have 2 piles to put them all there. So I'm like, wait, this pile? No, wait, this pile. Next up is Shanghai Red by Christopher Sabala, and this was a pirate story. Almost looks like a pirate horror story. And we have praise from Warren Ellis, Ed Brubaker, Robert Kirkman, Kelly Sue DeConnick, Vita Ayala, Teenie Howard, Grace Ellis, Matthew Rosenberg, Donnie Cates, and Matt Fraction. All of which I've read at least 1 book from, which is crazy. I think all of which are Image Comics too, right? Teenie Howard, yes. Actually, Teenie Howard, yes, it is. Teenie Howard, actually, I don't think I've read anything from her. Grace Ellis, I believe she did, I keep wanting to call it Heartstopper. It's not Heartstopper. It was the Image Comics furry book she did. Matthew Rosenberg. I've definitely read something from Image. Johnny Cates, yes. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'll actually be seeing some from these authors, too. Actually, only 2. But all those guys gave praise to this book. And this is Shanghai Red. And it collects 1 through 6, right? No, 1 through 5. So the thing was thick enough to collect it. Yeah, it's almost... It's the colors made it look like it was a horror comic. But I remember it was it's a historical fiction. It was a... it actually says adventure. It's a pirate book. Then we have Demonic, which a comparison everyone on Goodreads made to this series, but was very similar to Outcast meets Kill or Be Killed. So that was pretty interesting. That was enough for me to get it. And it's yet another... Oh, shit, I didn't go over... Okay, I've been doing... Sorry. So let's go back. Sorry. Did I do anything for High Crimes? Did I say who the artist was? I did not. The artist... Sorry. So artist for High... Chris Restabal was writer. Artist is Ibrahim Mustafa for High Crimes. That's the artist. And artist for Shanghai Red is Joshua Hickson. And color and lettering. Yep, art and colors is Joshua Hickson. I'll never go over lettering. It's just lettering, you know. I'll just be going over the artist and the artist, colorist, and script. And there's well, design, but script and like writing. So yeah, that's Chris Restabal, and that's Shanghai Red 1 through 5. Okay. And Demonic is the artwork is done by Nico Walter. And I believe color is Dan Brown. And this is originally... Yep, color is Dan Brown. And this is originally a... So most of the time, an Image comic series will be... Oh, we lost viewers. Most of the time, an Image... Which is fine. You know, people dip in, dip out. And honestly, if you don't... You've already seen the video before. You already know what all the books are. Yeah, I understand. But it's kind of funny. Just, we have viewers, so we don't. So anyways, at least we at least have one. But anyways, Demonic 1 through 5, I think. Oh, sorry. This is there's actually 1 through 6. So this is one of those books where it was a pilot season issue that got picked up for a series that was written by it was actually done by a complete different creative team. Robert Kirkman and Mark Silvestri originally did Demonic, and 1 through 6 did Demonic. I was right. Here is the artwork. It's gonna be a lot to go over. Over 120 bucks. It's gonna, yeah, if I so let's say I spend 2 minutes talking about each book. Let's say roughly. So that'd be 2, yeah, maybe 3, it'd be 4 hours, I said. Wow. And it's 11, 12, 1, 2. No, we do 12, 1, 2. So it's 12, yeah, 12 was 1 hour, Doy. 12, 1, 2, 3, actually. Wow. Yeah, I'm having very late lunch unless I have a break. Which I probably wouldn't do. I don't want to do that. And now we have 0 viewers. It's fine. I don't mind. I am kind of proudly on to you. This is how it is for a live stream, especially. Even though my videos are live. Like if something happens, there's like a interruption or whatever, that's gonna be on the video. Now the reason for why I decided to do this September 11th was because of the fact that I didn't plan for this date exactly, but I knew I'd have the whole entire day to film. I would have to it wouldn't be interrupted because everyone's at work or away, so I knew I'd have the whole day uninterrupted. Hopefully no one comes home for lunch or anything like that, because they're gonna have to talk to me. But if that happens, I'll just mute the video and then come back. Anyways, let's continue with the 3 volumes. The problem with that is I can't talk about volume 2 of a series and say anything more about that I didn't already say about volume 1. There is a technical exception, but for the most part I can't. So this is all 3 volumes of Crowded by Christopher Sabala, bunch of artists. So I'm just going to show the Now this is the series written by Christopher Sabala. Probably his most well-known, at least for me, it's his most well-known series. And it's like an app called Reaper, and someone on Reaper is coming after this woman for like no real reason, and this girl is trying to save her from them. It seemed very interesting. Christopher Sabala, I've read a few books from him, and unfortunately, I've not read anything by him I've really, really liked. Most of what I've read from him has been just all right. Nothing's terrible, but I think I need to read his Comicsology original, because that seemed interesting. He's kind of like in the middle for me, but I do still like support him. I still want to read his stuff. And I did actually read the first issue of Crowded, and I liked the second half. I think it's one of those things where if I read it again, I'll like the entire book. It was just the entire issue. But yes. So this is 1 through 6, right? I know it's 1 through 6. And Chelsea Kane, Chip Zdarsky, Leah Williams, Tom Schlarpling, Delia, I don't know who you are, and Scott Snyder all give praise. Delia Dawson was the other one. I just didn't recognize her. Or Tom Schlarping, which I believe those two. Sometimes they'll say Tom Schlarping from IGN, which is like cool. I don't know who he is though. It's IGN. If you're on IGN, no, obviously, cool. Like no hate towards you, obviously, but I don't like IGN. 1 through 6. I just like IGN. All those guys just. Because there's so many people working at IGN and doing reviews for IGN, all the names kind of mesh together. And you could make the argument for YouTube, but it's IGN too. And IGN kind of has, from what I've been told, has some practices that aren't the best. Like if you see like a review, this book is really, really good. The artwork is amazing. From IGN, technically it's one of those things where the quote might not be like accurate, so to speak. Like it might be kind of like, yeah, the person said that, but maybe they also said, but the pacing is off or whatever. But it wasn't. They didn't think it was that good, but the artwork was good or something like that, you know. And it's not me. It's not just me saying that. I remember, what's his face? Opened my eyes to it. I was just like Christopher Sabala. Up the fourth wall. Linkara opened my eyes to it. And this one, I really wonder if it was his actual, it probably isn't, the actual quote from Ryan Reynolds, but you have a quote here. It's probably an in-joke, like, oh, what if you said that? It's so funny. Remember Deadpool? Christopher, Ryan Reynolds was in Deadpool, and he said this book was good. And like, don't do that shit. Don't fake quotes as a joke. It's kind of stupid. Like, unless you do, like, William Shakespeare, which I didn't... It did that one book I got. I was like, William Shakespeare said his book was really good. But it does seem like... Let's see what he said. It actually is on the back here. Crowded starts with a shot and keeps moving at 90 miles an hour the whole way through. A smart, funny, and obscene look at a future that's not far from my present. It's got everything you want out of comics and a whole lot more. This is quite simply the greatest book ever. So I don't know if it was sarcasm. I don't know. But it'd be nice to know. Because you have the official quotes on the back here. So everyone's going to be like, oh, did Vita Ayala, did Kieran Gillen, did Kelly Thompson, they actually this book is good. So Vita Ayala, Kieran Gillen, and Kelly Thompson all said this book is good. And then we have here, I think yet again, oh, that's just saying what it is. So this is 7 through 12 of Crowded. They go over the artwork volume 1. Let's see. Just in case I'm going to do it again. Actually, I did do it, didn't I? It's like that kind of artwork for the series, and it is, yeah, kind of that series. But it's like, I would say if you liked Wicked and Divine, like that feel is present in this book. Not as good as Wicked and Divine, obviously, and everyone can know, I was just talking about Kieran Gillen while I'm talking, we referenced Kieran Gillen, because he had said this book was good, get praise. But it has that same kind of feel, it's kind of like teen, it's marketed towards women, but anyone can read it. Like, you can tell it's kind of like a woman's kind of book, but like anyone can read it and enjoy it. Kind of like Barbie, like that book, that movie. No, I don't know. All right, 7 through 12 of Crowded, and it's actually called. Oh, I didn't do the. So Volume 1 starts Apocalypse, collecting 1 through 6 of Crowded. Crowded Volume 2, Clear Dystopia, collecting 7 through 12 of Crowded. And I think so far it was so good because it wasn't like Demonic Volume 1. This book is very similar to Outcast. Yeah, good. I haven't gone over 10 books yet. We are going very slow. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go slower with this. Like, actually, like, if I forgot to mention something, I would. Because this is also, as a live stream, it's going to be very unedited and raw. If I forget to mention something, I will go back to that book and be like, oh, I forgot to mention about this book, yada, yada, yada. I'll do that. And you've already seen me do that. But it's definitely a long video. I want it to be long. Don't get me wrong, but it's one of those things. I'm like, did I really want to do this? Yes, I do. But all right, so still Ryan Reynolds, same quote too, and Scott Snyder. Scott Snyder is the only new quoter. And I won't be going into the book to see whether or not he or not anyone else gave it praise, whatever. But Volume 3 is an OGN version of they to finish off the series. It just came out with an OGN, so it didn't collect any issues technically. But if it did, because it does show here, I don't want to see too much. $17, be 18. Nope, 17. So if it was issues, it'd be 17. But it wasn't. Now we have Shirtless Bear Fighter 2, collecting 1 through 7. Written by Joy LaHupe with artwork done by Neil Vendrell. I think that's it. Maybe the colorist was the other guy. Let's see. Yep, the colors by Mike Spicer, and that's it. Colors by Mike Spicer. Now, I know I say I don't like to do that for Volume 2, show the artwork, but I have Volume 1. I didn't get Volume 1 in May, so I'll just the artwork right here. A zany, insane, comedic kind of book. I've heard it's a very good book. And it's a foreword by Ben Endland. On the back here, Tony Cates, Rick Remender get good praise. Love those guys. And you just got like Multiversity and the New York Times, so I'm not gonna say those either. Read those either. We have 1 through 7. $19.99. It's a pretty thick book for a pretty cheap price. Like it's a good deal on me. Okay. Next 4 is a series. Now, this series has multiple artists. In fact, every issue was done by different artists, and that is Zero. All four volumes, all 20 issues collected in all 4 volumes. This main series is written by A.L. Scott. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna show. I can go into the book. That's what I'll do. It's nice here. I shouldn't lie like that. What's nice here is I have it right there, what it collects, what each volume collects. I like to Volume 1, so Zero Volume 1, and Emergency is 1 through 5. And this was one of those books where I paid overpriced, but it wasn't too much. It wasn't too bad. I wanted the book anyways. I was like, it's not gonna stop me. So I know I should be going over the artwork for every issue, but I will not be doing. This one, as I said, was very similar to James Bond, and I flipped through the first issue. It was pretty interesting. And A.L. Scott did Secret Adventures. The first time I read it, I didn't really like it. And the second time I read it, I absolutely loved it. So I think A.L. Scott and I will be a very good relationship, reader and writer. Very good reader relationship. I don't know why I say it like that. Scott Snyder and Jonathan Hickman gave good praise, but Hickman just gave praise for the first issue. Let's see. Yeah, nothing. So Scott Snyder seems to be like in general like that. But it doesn't seem like Jonathan Hickman read more than just the first issue. Now let's see. Yeah, So here's all the credits. You'll be seeing that colorist name, Jordi Belair, a lot of times. A lot. She's done a lot of colors for this series. For this series. For Image Comics. Main big colorist. This stand right here. I think that's a very cool thing to do. Have different artists for each issue. But again, cool. Every different issue. Belair was. Let's just see. Make sure it's good. Come on. Oh, bad quality. We're skipping. Oh, bad quality. Let's see. Skipping. 480p, that's fine. Let's do advanced. 1020p. 480p, Go away. Emails. Alright. Continuing on. So I feel like it skipped a little bit, but here is the artist. And I said I was like, cool, every artist is different for each issue, and Jordi Belair was always in the colors. So for volume 1, when I checked that, she was the colors for each every issue. It didn't say issue 1 or anything like that. But here, yeah, see, this is colored by Jordi Belair. Sorry, so volume 2 is at the end, at the heart of it all, collecting 6 to 10. Volume 2. Volume 3 is the tenderness of wolves, collecting 11 to 14. I didn't see that though. It's nice that it does say reconnecting, although I don't know how long it takes for it to go from like skip to reconnecting. So like with them, like, you know. But I would. Alright, Zero Volume 4, Who by Fire, collecting 15. Sorry, it's 18 issues, not 20. I always thought it was 20, but no, it's 18. Sorry, so Zero Volume 4, Who by Fire, collecting 15 to 18. I mean, come on, you had 4. You needed to do 4 volumes for 18 issues or 4 volumes. Usually it's 3. Yeah, I know, with a story arc, fine, but it is kind of a lot. But it's only 1 volume, extra volume, and honestly, it's a nice round number too. There's a reason why I'm doing, instead of doing 3 months of books, I do 4 months. So I can't. Oh boy, we're still in May. And I've only gone over like what, 20 books? I'm not even done with the first half. Alright, so I'm not gonna try and speed things up. I don't want to speed things up, but I also don't want this to be a 5-hour stream. Even then, it wouldn't matter. I wouldn't matter. I wouldn't mind. Alright. Let's continue. Material by A.L. Scott. Illustrated by Will Tempest and designed as. Oh, damn it! This isn't a May book. That's why I miscounted. So ignore that. Material I got a long time ago. That's not a May book. Ignore that. I might just end this. How am I so? I grabbed all the A.L. Scott books, so ignore the material. Material was a long time ago. It was not May. I should double check too. And what I did was I grabbed them all at once. I didn't just grab like 2 of them. It makes me mad. All right, The Surface, A.L. Scott. So yeah, again, ignore that. Drawn by Langdon Foss, colored by Jordi Belair. And here is the artwork for material. Material for The Surface. Material, what's that book? I've never gone over that book unless it was a year ago. I believe this is month before. I counted that to make sure I had all the books, even for the May books. I know I had all of them. At least I figured I did, but I counted 74, not 73. I was like, wait, that's weird. There it is. Yep, one before. On the surface. Oh, this is 3 Hacker Kids. Huh. Because what was funny is that, the next book, I'm just going to do the next book. The next book, written by Ale Scott, also has to do with Hacker Kids. But this is not what I was thinking of when I saw it. Cool. Surface. The other Hacker Kids book done by Ale Scott, this time the artwork is done by Andre Lima Arujo, is Generation Gone. The main comparison, this is actually a book I've read before, the main comparison I'm going to make to the series is with Chronicle, that movie that came out in 2012. Now that's not, the series is not as underrated as Chronicle is. It's very similar to Chronicle. It's a lot of like similar themes, similar characters, dynamics, kind of thing. Honestly, it is very similar, but it's you could argue it's a remake, you know, but it's one of those things where someone said it's almost too similar to Chronicle. I would agree with them. And this one says 2018. That was when the trade came out. I can't imagine it was a year. It was 2017. So, but it was pretty good. I 1 through 5 of the series. Kieran Gillen get praise here. No one for that. No one for 0 other than what I already mentioned before. Then we have Change by Ale Scott, which is 1 through 4, right? So drawn by Morgan Jeske and colored by Stone Leon. I did like Generation Gone. It was just like it was kind of a bit slow. Once it got going, it got going like I honestly by the end I wanted more. That's the way to put it actually. 1 through 4. I'll change. Very nice way to put it. Did I go over the artwork for fucking Generation Gone? This is the artwork for Generation Gone. I'm pretty sure I did. But just in case, here's the artwork for Generation Gone. I think it's still in the first issue. This first issue is like, what, 50 pages? I have the AC on in here. It does not feel like I do have the AC on in here. To be fair, unless I'm downstairs, it's really cold. It was very humid today. It's nice. It's a little temperature-wise, it's nicer outside, and it's been a long time because we had a very hot week last week. I think everyone did, but it's still humid. In fact, when I went down to get breakfast, it was like sticky, like gross. And thankfully, I didn't have my windows open because it rained last night, and when it rains, it pours. In my house, in my windows. I like doing that. Even though I don't have anything that I really care about getting wet, my laptop's pretty close to the windows, honestly. I still don't like doing that. But yeah, 1 through 4 for Change, and here's the artwork. It's just one of those things I feel like I have to explain why I don't like having my windows open when it rains. Because my parents don't understand. No one in my family understands why I don't like having windows open. Like, oh, hey, precious books can get wet. Yeah, they are. Books don't like to get wet. And I don't want to get wet either. I don't want to have a dream that I'm drowning and wake up in a puddle of fucking rainwater. I'd really fuck with my brain. And yes, this is obviously, technically I should age restrict this video because I have a lot of F words. But technically, it's still... Because it's 13 and up in general for YouTube. But honestly, there's... I'm going by MPAA standards, but just a few F words. It's really good. So this one's pretty cool. This is Days of Hate. Act 1 is a previously... come on. I might just end this live and see what's going on. You know what I'm gonna do? If this ends up ending the live stream, it ends up ending the live stream. I'll do like a... I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I don't know. Because I don't want to do it tomorrow, though. Alright, so I'm gonna hit the home button. If it ends up ending the live stream, it ends up ending the live stream. I just want to see if I'm connected to the wrong Wi-Fi, because this keeps happening. Ooh, can't go to the screen. Alright. So you didn't hear what I was saying at all. We're good, though. We're back on. Wow. Why'd I say it like that? Fuck. You didn't hear what I was saying at all. The whole WoW thing was because we're already an hour long. Woo! Jesus. That was pretty cringe. Alright. Back to it. It is alright. We shouldn't have any more connection issues. I'm on the good Wi-Fi now. It was technically wasn't the outside Wi-Fi, it was a 5G Wi-Fi, which technically that's the bad Wi-Fi. Alright, so back to it. Days of Hate Act 1, collecting 1 through 6 of the series, and I believe it had to do, yes, it's police state, but it was, it's like the police state kind of thing in, like a post-apocalyptic future. And it did look pretty interesting. 1 through 6. The artist is a foreign guy. Perfect. Denis Zagij, and colored by Joy Belair. Which again, you'll be seeing her color. You'll be seeing that name, or hearing that name a lot, or seeing / hearing that name a lot, because there's a lot of colors. There's a lot of colors for Image. She did do one series called Redland, and I have. Okay. Then Act 2, collecting 7 for 12, and not a previously owned library book. I do like getting those previously owned library books. Only if, supposing the fact that it's a good condition. It's not like terrible condition because it's a library book. It's pretty owned. A lot of people have been reading it, and so far it's so good, except for Coyotes Volume 2. But what else? And we have The New World by Ailescott, and Trav Mort is the artist here. And it's Lesbians in Space. It's probably the best way to put that. But they said it was more than that. Like, they said it wasn't just like one of those books, and to pick it up if it even sort of interests you. I believe Near Mint Condition gave it good praise. He said it's a good book. I don't exactly remember. This one is 1 through 6, right? Or is this an OGN? I think it might just be an OGN. Nope, 1 through 6. No, 1 through 5. Sorry, 1 through 5. Wow, it's a pretty thick book for only 5 issues. Okay, so let's see. I don't think anyone gives. No one gave praise to Days of Hate. And I'm only gonna judge it by the back of the book. So if someone gave it praise in the inside of the book, well, too bad. We'll never know. So far, so good. Yep, we're good. Alright. Moving on to the 2-volume series, and that is Wolf. This is a Wolfman story, a werewolf story. And werewolves are always kind of like, next to zombies is probably one of the more cooler. Oh, 2 likes. One of the cooler, not aminals, creatures. Even vampires, I'm sort of trying to get into. Like, Twilight did not ruin werewolves for me. It kind of did ruin vampires for me, because that was what vampires were for the longest time, it felt like. When Twilight came out, she said, "Oh, I'm millions of vampires," and and then the other person's like, "Ew, you watched Twilight?" It's like, no, because I read this book called The Passage, and it was really good, and now you're gone. But now we've had a resurgence of cool-ass vampires, which is nice. But Volume 1, Wolf Volume 1, Blood and Magic, collects 1 through 5, right? Really? You have everything on the back here except for what it collects. Why did I do that? Why can't I just have it on the back? No, sorry, I said 2. 1 through 4. It was a 4-issue series. An 8-issue series in general. And here is the artwork. Pretty cool artwork. Pretty cool colors. Now, who is the artist? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's Lee Lutheridge. Some of you guys don't know this. Some of you guys know who that guy is. Artist is Matt Taylor, though. So 1 through 4. Those of you who don't know, it's oh, that's cool. What's Deep State? That an Image comic? Because the other 2 were. The colorist was Deadly Class. Whoops. I just want to look up that Deep State comic because they listed off two. Oh, nice! They're fully charged my iPhone. Deep State comic. If I know that it's gonna be just fine, so to speak. Oh, Justin Jordan. That's a pretty good. I like his writing. Probably is Image Comics though. Nope, Boom Studios. Volume 2, Apocalypse Soon, collects 5 through 8 of Wolf. And like I've said before, I'll reiterate it here, but if I have Volume 1, like I'm showing off Volume 1, and I have Volume 2, I will not be showing the artwork for Volume 2, because I already showed it off in Volume 1. The reason why that is, even if it was Zero, or it's a different artist per issue, I don't want to give away any spoilers to anyone, even myself. Okay, next 2-volume series is Commanders in Crisis by Steve Orlando. And the artist is Dave Tinto. Very good artwork, especially right here. Gives you a damn good splash page and all the... for what I presume is all the characters. Now, this is a superhero tale where all these superheroes are presidents. And I'm sure there is political humor. It wasn't the best reviewed series, but I do like Steve Orlando's writing. Even then, he is very hit or miss with me. But I always want to check out the series too. 7 through 12 here. So it's 12 volume series put in 2 volumes. So book 1, the action, collects 1 through 6. And book 2, the reaction, collects 7 to 12. That's pretty cool. Pretty kind of. No, it's not a pun. Here. Stack those there now. City of Silence, written by Warren Ellis, with artwork by Eric Gary Erskine. And this is what people have made a comparison to Transmetropolitan. So it's basically Image Comics is version of Transmetropolitan, written by the creator of Transmetropolitan, Warren Ellis. In a more perfect world, it would have been the artists have been the same as it would have been. It's pretty good artwork. Don't get me wrong, but it would have been what's his name? He did the artwork for the boys too. What's his name? Not handy. Think. What is his name? I almost had it and I lost it. But him. And I say in a more perfect world because it's even more ironic. Derek Robertson, that's what it was. Derek Robertson. And in a more perfect world, it would have been Warren Ellis and Derek Robertson, City of Silence, which because a lot of people have made a comparison to Transmetropolitan. There we go. So now we have Down, written by Warren Ellis, with artwork done by... Mark Silvestri, screw it. Because it collects, this one collects both Down and Witchblade, but I think it only collects issues 3 and 4 of Tales of Witchblade. And then you got 1 through 4 of Down. Which is nice because I had to double dip for Tales of Witchblade to get Down, and to get these physically. So yeah. Okay. But yeah, I was very happy to find that out. I was like, oh, nice. It didn't. But even then, it was kind of. Didn't really matter what it's supposed to extra issues going to do. But it's weird that it says 3 and 4. Maybe he only did maybe he only wrote 3 and 4, which is kind of weird because I mean, if anything, I can wrote more than that. So that was Down. The artist I couldn't find who the artist was. I apologize for that. That was insane. Let's see if we'll see. Yeah, it's in here. But Mark Silvestri, screw it. That's who it was. I don't know why I didn't credit him. We got every other book does, where it just shows it right off the bat. And just say artists in general, not for Tales of the Witchblade is here. And then you just do Tales of the Witchblade when they were in Alice Arlington, I believe it was done by Michael Turner, if anything. I don't know. What's it saying? But now we have another 3-volume series, and that is Gasolina. Drug cartel is Narcos meets Alien. Very strange story, a very strange comparison, I know. But very strange comparison, I know, but it looked very interesting. Like, very, very interesting. And a lot of these series, you can get the first issue of the series for free on Kindle. Not every series, but what I would recommend you guys do is, when I list off all the books, you guys, like, look it up on your own and see if you can get issue 1. Because, I mean, yeah, you could say, oh, what do you think about this book? And if I've read it, I will say, oh, I like this book. I've mentioned that. I've been doing that. But, I mean, it's free. When I get issue 1, you know. Zero, I know issue 1 was 99 cents. I know that for a fact. So each volume collects 6 issues. Gasolina Volume 1, Buenavito collects 1 through 6. And here's the artwork. It's artist is Nico Walter. Colorist is Matt Lopes. Here's your art. Very cool artwork, honestly. It's very reminiscent of Image, you know, kind of like independent publishers in general. It's like good kind of artwork that you'd want in an independent book, and not just because, and not like, yeah, I wouldn't mind if that was like in a Batman comic or whatever. You know, it's not one of those things where, oh, it only fits for indie publishers. No, indie books, no, no. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed run, not necessarily speed run, but go a little bit faster for the next few months, because I really just want this to be a long-ass video for May's haul, so that's a good idea. That's actually honestly a good idea. I don't want to be taking 2 hours for May's haul, and then 3 hours for June's haul, and then 5 hours, now make it like a 12-hour stream. It's a good idea. So I'm kind of getting hungry, and I don't want to be doing this all day. I do like doing live streams, but I don't want to do it all day. And I know I could just go get, a snack, but I don't want to end the live stream or pause the live stream, and then it's kind of not good. And how do they know how long this thing has been going for? Yeah, how do I do the actual math? All right, so Gasolina Volume 2 Fiesta is 7 through 12. And then Gasolina Volume 3, Viva Mexico, is 13 to 18. Now, the reason why I was able to get so many books for May is not because we won the lottery at the Sunshine residence. No, it's because of the fact that a lot of these books were from third-party sellers, as you can see from Days of Hate Act 1. And with Screamland, I mentioned that. And a lot of these I got for like $5 a piece. And we weren't all from one person either. Some were from like aunts, uncles, but the majority of 50 of the books were from my parents. Well, my parents. I ordered the books, but they paid for it. So what was that? You know, how do you? Yeah. All right, and they got all 4 volumes of Clone, written by Davis Schulner with artwork done by John Joe RVP, and the colorist is Felix Serrano. Reap. Okay, don't say that the wrong way. Sean Mankiewicz is the editor. Sean Mankiewicz. Did I say it was Sean Mankiewicz who wrote it? I'm pretty sure I did. Sean Mankiewicz writes Gasolina, but he was an editor for Image Comics, and he was an editor for this series. That's kind of funny. Now both Gasolina and Clone I saw, because this is Image Skybound, I saw them advertised constantly and consistently on the back of other Image Skybound books. So it was always like that thing. It was like, oh, you know what, let's pick up that book, see what that book's about. 5 issues per volume. This is actually 20. It's actually a 20-issue series. So 1 through 5 for Clone Volume 1, First Generation, Volume 2, Second Generation. So it's kind of funny. It's 6 to 10. So each volume, like Volume 3, is Third Generation. So it kind of goes. It's pretty cool, I guess. Volume 3, Third Generation, 11 to 15, and finally Volume 4, Fourth Generation, is 16 to 20. See, I think it was just the Wi-Fi was being weird. I'd take different Wi-Fi, and it does make sense. The 5G Wi-Fi, I don't know if it's because technically I don't have a 5G device. So it's like, no, but like, Wi-Fi dips out kind of weird, kind of thing. But it's still better than doing the outside Wi-Fi. Next book up is Slots. This is 1 through 6 of Slots, written and drawn and colored by Dan Panosian. Triple Threat. This is about boxing. I mistakenly said it was in Vegas. I believe it actually is boxing in Vegas. So technically I was not wrong when I said in the beginning. Now Dan Panosian did Alice Ever After, which is an absolutely incredible story. Okay, no chat yet. That's fine. I don't mind that. Honestly, if anything, it's probably good. I still wouldn't mind chats. Logan's Media Hub, if you're here, you have to comment that you're here. Logan's Media Hub, if you're here. You're contractually obligated to do so. This is gonna be a pain in the bitch to upload for a long time. But I think it'd been worse if it wasn't a live stream. So there you go. The Freeze Volume 1 is 1 through 4. A main comparison of this series is to the plot was to Frostbite, which I actually am reading right now. Again, it's kind of funny. I really liked Frostbite. 1 through 4, The Freeze. Written by David Wickling, with artwork done by Philip Sevi. Don't say that word. I don't say that name wrong. It's less than. Artwork. Please. I know, I went silent there for a sec. We're only halfway through the May books. You guys want to know I'm doing the... You guys want to know my... After this, I'm going to do... After the May books, after I go to the May books, I'm doing like a... What's the... Speed run. That's one. And then that training is done, obviously. I want to go at this pace I want to go at. And I want to go at a slower pace for the May books. It's 73 books, but still. It's one of those things. Alright, so we are now 69 minutes in. Yay! Yay! 69 minutes. Let's go. I just end it here. You know what? I'm going to end it here. Goodbye, everyone. 69 minutes. No, I'm not going to do that. I only do that if I had to go. Like if someone said, "Oh, I'll be picking you up in an hour to go here," I'd end it here. But I have a the sun's out too. Sun comes out. I get like a bunch of. So everything good happens after 69 minutes. All right, seriously though. Next one up is the Necromancer Book 1. This is another one where there's a answer written by the same writer too. This is one of those ones where it's a pilot season issue beforehand. It's a one shot. It's not collected in here. It's annoying, but that's how it be. And it's 1 through 6. Written by Joshua Ortega with artwork done by Francis Manapul. I believe this was one they said was very similar to. Like it was like fucking think Buffy. I believe that. I could be wrong though. Artwork. Starting to go slow too. I go over 3 months like this. Not even the first month. It is 12 o'clock, that's why I'm getting hungry. All I had was an apple. Alright. I'm trying to go slow. I don't think you need a proper snack. I could. I don't know. Proper snack is good lunch. I'm not gonna do that. We'll wait till after. When I say we, like we're all gonna eat together. No, I would never do that kind of live stream. Jacob Semahan is the creator. Oh, this is Goners. This is Goners Volume 1. We All Fall Down. Written by Jacob Semahan. And colorist is. Artist is George Corona. Colorist is Gabriel Casada. Watercolorist is Morgan Beam. 1 through 6 of Goners. It's a horror story, but it seems to be like somewhat comedic, like not like super scary, kind of like a more like light-hearted horror comic. It is teen plus after all, but you could be mistaken for thinking of teen. No. And we got number 1 with the bullet, same creative team, but different art, a different colorist, and that is Hickman, not Joshua Hickman, but oh, it's number 1 the bullet, 1 through 6. Let's see. Oh, that's weird. Huh. A lot of people gave this praise. A lot of big names, and those names are. It doesn't say it here. Why? Alright, let's go inside the book. Donnie Cates, Erica Henderson, Christopher Sabala, Vita Ayala, Steve Orlando, and Erica Schultz all gave this good praise. And I believe it's Ed Brubaker too. If you watch the, they actually do have comic trailers now for, well, they've had them for a while now. But especially for Image Comics, they have comic trailers, and this one people have praised. I believe it was Ed Brubaker also. It's a crime story, and it is 1 through 6. And I believe it wasn't Jonathan Hickman, it was Jen Hickman? Yeah, Jen Hickman. Jen, not Jonathan. So let's see. She should just she should not change her name, but like, she's like a pen name kind of thing, and they do J Hickman, so everyone gets confused. You could make a killing off of that. Like, oh, this new series by Jonathan Hickman that no one's been talking about, no one knows about. I'm gonna pick that up, and then you find out it's Jen Hickman that's writing it. You do that. Jen Hickman, if you're watching this live stream at any time, it's a good idea. I actually don't. She could be. You never know. She can be doing good for herself. You just don't know that. But I'm just saying, like, if she wants to get even more money, make it bigger killing. Just fucking cheat your way to the top. Next one is Gunning for Hits, music thriller. It's obviously satire. Gunning for Hits, music thriller. Volume 1, Slade. Created and written by Jeff Rugavy. Art by... Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? So I'm trying to interrupt myself. After I go over the May books, I'm going to end this live stream and start again later on today. So, just so you guys know. Because I kind of I'm starting to lose steam. I gotta take a break pretty soon here. There's 1 through 6 of Gunning for Hits. Here's the artwork. And that way we have a good, yep, 1 through 6. And that way we have a really good indication of how long this. So, created and written by Jeff Rugavy, art by Moritat. Then we have Siphon Volume 1, written by Motion Ashraf, written by Patrick Meany and Motion Ashraf, and the art is done by Jeff Edwards. Colors by John Calees. There's actually a sequel series coming out for the series pretty soon here, which is kind of cool, and 1 through 3. Very, very small, short book. There's probably, it's only, you can tell why they have, like, they're making a fucking sequel. And this is how much of the bonus material there is that much bonus back matter. But I got this for $8.99, so I ain't complaining. It was half off. Clearance section at Newberry. Why didn't I go back to Newberry? I don't know why. Because, like, their clearance section was awesome. And even me, just getting Image Comics, I still got a lot of books. Even going by, oh, I want to get everything by this one, by the same, not the same author, But I'll make sure, like, I didn't want to get, like, a Mark Millar book and have the only Mark Millar book I have. I want to get more than that, you know, that kind of thing. But I started to get over that. I think from now on, I should just go by series. Alright. Savior, 1 through 8 of Savior. Written by the not late great, he's still alive, by the great Todd McFarlane, with artwork done by, and Brian Holgun, by Holguin is the story, and the cover story art is done by Clayton Crane. Editor was Todd McFarlane. Yeah, that's pretty funny. But Savior, it was like and the Last Man art. It's like Jason Bourne. He doesn't know who he is. That kind of thing. And I believe it was 1 through 8, right? Pretty thick book. I got this for $10. The artwork looks absolutely incredible. Sometimes the artwork can make or break a book for me. Not break, make. I'm not gonna say. Oh, here we are. Yep, 1 through 8. 8-issue series. For Savior. Then we have Afar, written by Lila Del Luca with artwork by Cat Seaton. This is an original graphic novel, so it doesn't collect any issues. And this one was Astral Projection. Seems pretty interesting. Astral Projection, more like Ash Projection. Hauntology by Jeremy Huwan, I believe, is also drawn. Yep, it's all by Jeremy Huwan. Artwork, colorist, everything. Now this one, oh no, it's I bought a book a comic. I thought it was a comic, but it's actually a book. Oh no, yeah, it's not. Go here. There's artwork. Is that all an introduction, or is that a story itself? Praise for Hauntology. All right, let's see. Anyone that I know? Colin Bunn, Duncan Shapley, James Tinian, Mitch Gerards. No, it's a forward preface. So Kingdom of Dust and Bone is where it starts. And yeah, so there's all. So none of it's a story only thing without artwork. This is a Hauntology. It's an anthology horror comic written and drawn by Jeremy Huwan. Voice cracked. Uh-oh, it's starting to get dark again. Uh-oh. Alright. Shit. That's exactly what I want to avoid. Alright, By Chance of Providence by Becky Cloonan with artwork by Lee Luthridge again. I just noticed that. Now, this one does collect issues. It's a historical fiction book. But does it say here? Because it's like a bunch of stories collected in one trade. Let's see. No. Alright. Wolves. It's one. Here's the artwork. Alright. I'm going to look it up on the iPhone. In a minute here. But there was. Let's make sure. Mike Mignola get this praise. Holy shit, that's a big name. Jeff Lemire also get this praise. For fucking Anthology, Jeff Lemire gave it praise. By Chance of Providence was Mike Mignola. Sorry, I didn't differentiate. Alright. Now let's check. Oh, Master? Nope, no commenters. Logan, if you're here, you have to say you're here. Logan's Media Hub. So, By Chance, I am sorry for this little pause, but I want to tell you guys what's collected. Whoops. By Chance, or Providence, trade back. Because, my original cut, all my cuts of when I originally went over all the books, I never said what it was, what the books were. I always assumed it was a original graphic novel, and even here, you're not going to tell me what it is. Thank you. There we go. Sorry. Wolves, the Meyer, and Demeter. There you go. So three. Technically, it's three stories in one, but it's three OGNs in one, but issues technically yes. Next Becky Cloonan book is Southern Cross. Sorry, Southern Cross. The artist is someone Ballinger, and we left the ridge again, but who? There we go. Sorry. Covers done by Becky Cloonan. Oh, cool covers. You mean the ones that aren't included in the goddamn book? At least right here, issue 1. Andy Ballinger and Lee Lethbridge is the colorist. Colors. Spelled like the Brits. Not the Brits, but have like the UK people spell it. The back at least. Okay, that's at the back. We have it at the back. The covers. Cool. At the very least, if you don't want the covers in between the issues, which why don't you? People like knowing where one issue starts and the next issue ends, or one issue ends, the next issue starts. At least I do. 1 through 6 of Southern Cross. Science fiction book. It reminded me, it's a main comparison I said was Alien. It reminded me a lot, especially the covers, it reminded me a lot of Nameless by Grant Morrison. Which is also, if you get Southern Cross on the Amazon and say, buy 3, add all 3 to the cart, Nameless is the 3rd book they put. I don't know why they did that, because sometimes it'll just be add all 2 to the cart. I mean, they won't even say, like, 3. It doesn't have to be 3. And what they did back in the day was so nice, and they don't do it anymore. I don't know why. But if it was a 10-volume series, instead of doing 3 at a time, they let you do all 10. It was really nice, adding all 10 at once. It's a lot of time. Then we got Southern Cross Volume 2, collecting 7 through 12 of the series. 13 and 14 isn't collected anywhere because it was a series. It got prematurely canceled, so you have to get it off. Oh, it's dedicated to memory of Darwin Cook. It's pretty nice though. But yeah, 13. I got prematurely canceled. It was gonna be at least 18 issues, and I believe that's actually 3 volumes in general. But got prematurely canceled, so that does kind of suck. Like, especially for Image Comics, just trying to like be creator owned and creator friendly. Still, you have to have your book actually sell in order to get like more issues made of the series. It does kind of suck. Especially because, and this is I'm trying to talk shit about Spawn, because I'm one of the people that actually like Spawn. We have 300 plus issues of that series with several spin-offs, and it only sucks when not even, like, there's series that got 2 issues and never finished off, because the sales did so bad, or the writers gave up on the story. The one I'm alluding to is a Simon Spurrier comic. I forget what the comic was called. I believe it's on hiatus, technically, but it's been hiatus for a long time. I didn't get also canceled. And that doesn't even have a trade out of the series yet. I had to kind of have to go. And it's because it's not on the Kindle. Because it's not readily available. If I want to read the series, I kind of have to go to other means I don't like to go to, but that's where the cookie crumbles. But yeah, so I was Southern Cross. Now we are moving on to another 3-volume series. So how many do we have left? A lot. And I hate that I went over that material book that wasn't a May book. And I was doing for the longest time. I was like, oh yeah, material. Oh no, that's not a May book. And I threw it away. I literally threw it. Not hard, but still like go. Like that. Tossed, honestly. So this next series, the 3-volume series, Sons of the Devil, written by Brian Buccellato with artwork done by Tom Infantini. Infante. Here is the artwork for Sons of the Devil. Looked very interesting. We said it was Helter Skelter meets... Alright, so Scott Snyder, Kyle Higgins, Joshua Hale Anderson, all gave it praise. It was True Detective and Orphan Black and meets Helter Skelter. And they actually had a Brian Bugalow's official YouTube channel. He has a live action version of, I believe, issue 1. Sunset Devil. It's very, very good. That was like, make that into a television series, honestly, on Netflix. Be perfect on Netflix. And not because it's a Netflix pitch, no, it's because it's a good book. And I only have Prime Video, and don't do it on Prime Video. I only have Prime Video, Netflix, and technically Hulu, but it's as Hulu. I don't like watching ads. I should just still. Alright, this is 1 through 6. We shouldn't matter. Wait, no, sorry, 1 through 5, right? Why doesn't it say right away? Oh. Alright, so I'm just gonna go based off what Volume 2 says. Hopefully Volume 2 has it. Sorry, Book 2. There we are. 6 to 10. So yes, 1 through 5 Volume 1, 6 to 10 for Volume 2, and Volume 3 I believe is 11 to 14. Actually 11 to 14. And also in issue 1, they give you a bonus story that was not collected anywhere else. So it's exclusive to that trade. Which I think more books should do that. Especially because I'm a trade reader. Like Kaya gave you all the Image anthology stories that were preludes to that series in that trade. I hope Darkrai does that too, because I'll be getting Darkrai pretty soon here. Not like soon, because unless I take off books I have from my wish list for Christmas. I don't know about that then. And yeah, I know it's for Christmas, but if you know the situation I'm in right now for comics, I kind of can't. It honestly is gonna be Christmas. Hey, 3 likes, awesome. Check to see if I got any comments. Not yet. Wait, no, we got a comment. Peter Thornton. I agree they should have the covers in between. Yes, they should. They should. And there's no reason not to put that in. When did you comment that? I didn't comment that 20 years ago and now you're gone. But yes, they should. There's no reason not to. Like, it's kind of like the only exception that I will give, like credit where credit is due, is for Walking Dead, because that's in black and white. The covers are in color, and at least the trades are in black and white. So you're reading through the trade, and yeah, it would be a little bit jarring to see a full color page in between. But I mean, even then, maybe making black and white or whatever. But it's a damn good series too, Walking Dead. I have not watched the TV show. That and Preacher, because of how much I like the series themselves, and because of how different I hear they are to the adaptation, like almost like insultingly different. I'm so reluctant to watch those television adaptations. They look pretty good. I probably will just get over that. So its next series, the 3-volume series called Mind the Gap. Half price books here. I just noticed I got a little sticker there. So it's a 3-volume series called Mind the Gap, written by Jim McCann, with artwork done by Roden Esquire, with Adrian Alfonso, who did issue 5. And a bunch of cuts. I'm gonna tell you guys, just gonna show you guys the, so this is a lot of names. Just get the credits. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that just fine. And the artwork here. So this book is used as the definition of used, because I'm trying not to show it because I want to get worse. I had to tape this. There's a little tear there, and I had to tape it. It's really nice. The tape I used is like invisible tape. I did have tape because it's a lot worse. And I don't think that was the fault of the third-party seller. Because when we were opening the books, they packaged them. Well, I was talking about packaging. When we packaged the books, it was packaged really tightly, and getting them out of there was kind of frustrating. So after a while, because my dad helped me open these back in May when I was at my birthday haul, and we kind of did rip it a bit too hard on a couple of them. I think this is one of them. So I think it was all our fault technically. But honestly, the fact that none of the other books are in bad condition, are ripped at all, it says a lot. Because all but 2 of these are softcover. So yeah, Mind the Gap, Volume 1. I believe it's 1 through 5, right? And this is basically a coma. Yeah, 1 through 5. As a coma patient, but she's allowed to she's solving her own murders. It's a kind of out of body experience, which that's pretty cool. That is right for a television adaptation. Volume 2. So sorry, Volume 1 was called Intimate Strangers, collecting 1 through 5. Volume 2, Mind the Gap, Volume 2, Wish You Were Here, collects 6 through 10. And I'm just gonna take a little break here and double check chat. Okay, I think we're still good. I wish you could check when this person commented. You can't though. Or when someone commented in the live stream. That's weird. You can't do that. Like you can do it on other videos. How long has this video been? Wow, an hour and a half. Nice. All right, so then we have so to reiterate this is gonna be a 2-part live stream. I'm gonna end this after I do the May books, and then for June, July, August, because it's actually even adding up June, July, August, that still does not get to how many books I got. It's almost there, but it doesn't get to the same height, the same amount as for May, which shouldn't. There, that's how we do that. Okay, you're still here. Good. So what did that say? I'm sorry, it's very. So it does say that. So if I'm doing it on the iPad, it tells me when someone commented. Okay, but cool. Good to know someone's here. All right. So to reiterate, if you don't, I'm gonna end the stream after. It's after May's Hall. We got how much? We got about. I would say. Oh, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 more books to go through. And after that, I'm gonna get lunch, take a little break, and I'll come back and we'll do a second part of the live stream. Because it's already been an hour and a half, and honestly, I did kind of start this video. I went to it it was first thing in the morning, so it's one of those things. After I ate dinner. After I ate dinner at the first thing in the morning. Yes, that made sense. After I ate breakfast. So, Volume 3 is 11 to 15. Yeah, I don't think... Hey! Ooh. Okay. Didn't show, did it? Okay. Very careful. Okay. Put that back. There. Okay. I'm gonna take a little, not a little break. I'm just gonna make sure that did not show on stream. Hey, did that go way back? All right, so it's there. Okay, so what happened was in the book it had my receipt and it had my address on it too. I just didn't notice that. It was weird because I've how many times did I go over that? Oh, how many times? That's another reason why. Thank God it was for Volume 3. I don't like, so I'll reiterate this here. I don't like showing the artwork for Volume 3 just because of the fact that you might see a spoiler, all that, and usually for issue 1 you won't see too much of the book. And I usually like to do it in between, at the I'll do it within the first page. Check. Okay, no comments. All right, cool. Well, not technically. I like comments, so. But it's just I don't like being too far behind. Don't feel free to comment, but just know that I won't. In between, I will check, but just I won't wait right away. Just know that. Anyone else who came here afterwards doesn't know that. I said it before. Next series is A Man Among Ye by Stephanie Phillips with artwork done by Craig Cermak. Who else is the artwork? It's created by, thank you, but art and colors by John K. Leaves for issues 2 and 4. And issue 1 is Brittany Pezzillo. And I will only show you. It's another pirate book. like with Shanghai Red. And Stephanie Phillips I really enjoyed her. It was a aftershock comic. It was like nuclear family kind of book. Oh, nuclear. I actually was thinking. I think it was literally called the nuclear family. Jesus. I think it was literally called the nuclear family. It was really damn good. I really enjoyed it. So this one collects 1 through 4. Amanda Mungier, Volume 1, collects 1 through 4. And Amanda Mungier, Volume 2, collects 5 through 8. Oh yes, sorry, I do that. So far, I like that it says DC Comics News gave it praise to an Image comic book. That's like Ford giving praise to. No, it's like Apple giving praise to Android. I was checking to make sure that no one else gave praise to ebooks. I didn't already credit. A lot of people that will give credit who'll give praise to a book is like Paste Magazine, you know. It's like cool, but who in Paste Magazine gave it praise? Under Winter, Volume 2, A Field of Feathers, collecting. I do have Volume 1, but I got Volume 1 a long time ago. Collecting. It's written by Ray Fox. Actually, it's created by an artist, Ray Fox. I believe it's 1 through 4. Oh, there we go. 1 through 5. So it's Under Winter, A Field of Feathers, 1 through 5. Yes, I do that thing. Oh, got a comment. I saw it. My vision, sometimes I don't think it's just my vision, but it probably is due to it. I see the comment, but if I'm not sometimes my vision doesn't see like the corner of it. Like I just happen to see it. So let's see who commented. All right. Great haul so far, man. Thank you. If you cannot wait until the next live stream, this is a revamp of May, June, July, and August haul. So if you saw those, well, you didn't because you said it. Well, maybe you did, but these are just a revamp. So these aren't books I just got the other day. These are books I got in the last 4 months. But I'm saying if you can't wait until the next live stream, which I don't know when that'll be, but I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it today. I get those videos up there. But either way. All right. So Under Winter is. Thank you for the comment saying my call is good because I spent a lot of money for May. Well, no, I didn't. Well, technically I did because I got not all these were from people. Some like that, like Siphon, that Paul McCartney book. Those ones I bought myself. It was 8 books I bought myself. I'll tell you guys if I still have the receipt from Newbury Comics. I'll tell you guys specifically what books it was, but I don't think I do. I usually get rid of the receipts. I don't know why I do. I keep the receipts from like third-party sellers from Amazon. Why don't I start doing that from Newbury Comics? Although I guess I don't know. Sometimes it's different there. So you want to know what condition was the book in, what was the seller, specifically for that book. But still, it's like people will keep receipts from receipts. They'll keep their movie tickets like years ago, which I should have done too. Under Winter, Volume 3, The Queen of Spirits. It's like a memento. Memento. I think this one was just the OGN, right? So we'll check. Let's say it is. I'm not going to show you artwork. Let's show you artwork for Under Winter just in case. I know I said I don't do Volume 2, but I'm Volume 1 on me right now, so I'm just going to do this. I think I did. Ray Fox is very experimental artwork. Like there we go. It's a perfect way to show it. It's very like I say experimental. It's just different than what you normally expect from an artist. It works for what he does. I remember reading Gotham by Midnight, which he did, and it really worked for it. It complements that story. And a lot of what he writes is horror comics. So far, I think I've read by him or owned by him. Has been horror. This is Intersect, Volume 1, Metamorph. What issue does it collect? 1 through 6. Wow, 1 through 6, really? I should know this by now, because, it's been a while. But you think I would remember how surprised I was when I went over this originally, back in May. So those of you who might be asking why doing this again, you just show them off before. I want to. No. And also, it's the whole point of this live stream is like summer blockbuster season, and that's May, technically September, but I say May to August. First time I looked it up, it said May to August. So I wanted to kind of like a celebration kind of thing, going over all those books. I was gonna try and do it all in one live stream, but I can't because already I'm going like like I said, trying to lose steam. And we have 3 likes now. I think I knew that, but just because I didn't tell me about that again. Check again to see if we got any more comments. Yeah, we did. This is my first time here. Yeah, I'll be back for the next one. Cool. Hopefully you're subscribed to me, or you'll have notifications on. The cousin does, and you'll see when it's uploaded. I will try and do it today. I'm trying to give myself the whole entire day to do it today, because it's honestly, this whole week is a good week to do it, but I wanted to get it out of the way. It's kind of like homework. I do technically have homework to do. It's not for school or anything, but it's a quick thing too. But I get that done too. So I'll probably do that during the break too. The break will probably be like an hour, and so I'll say when the video ends. Well, not my end, because you guys probably aren't on the same what do you call it? Not timeshare. Wow, my brain's mush right now. All right, I hope you guys know what I mean. Like Eastern Standard Time. Like I believe I'm that. Like some of you guys aren't the same time, so I'll say, oh, right now it's 12:30. Well, not 12:30 for you guys, so say, oh, I'll be back at 1:30. Like, okay, but when? Eastern Standard Time, Pacific Standard Time, Krypton Time. What time? So I'll say an hour. I would say I'll give myself an hour or two. And if all goes well, I should be able to do a second live stream today. If not, I will put it in community tab. I'll say it'll be this date. Actually, I have a meeting tomorrow. There's a whole homework thing. I have meetings with a person who helps me find jobs, and she gave me something to do for in between our meeting. And it's tomorrow at 3:30, so I'll have to do it like earlier than that. All right. Thinking out loud there. All right, so this next series is Jason Latour and Ivan Brandon. But this is kind of weird because and I want to say it's more Ivan Brandon than Jason Latour. Because it says story is Jason Latour and Ivan Brandon, but the script is done by Ivan Brandon. And usually what that means is that, like, because for Thief of Thieves, the story was done by Robert Kirkman. And what that meant there was that he came up with the story. Like, he's like, oh yeah, what they made a story with this thief quits his job. You know, it's the heist. He quits his job. And then Nick Spencer and a bunch of other writers came and like, okay, wait, what is the story? And then they wrote the story. So I believe that's what's going on. But this is not the story. But with a script. Yeah. A bunch of... not only a bunch. Art is Greg Hinkle. Color is Matt Wilson. Color flats is D. Knuth. And again, I don't say who the letterer is. Not because I don't want to credit them, but just because it's a lot of names. And it's usually I feel like all people care about is who's the artist and who's the writer. Honestly, I hate to say it, but it's a letterer. Here's the artwork. And there. Black Cloud Volume 2, No Return. I think Black Cloud, 6 to 10. I know I really should do to my break too, is put away the books I already talked about. Like, put away the May books. Not the worst idea. So yeah, 6 to 10, Black Cloud Volume 2, No Return, 6 to 10. Same creative team. I assume. Got another Jason Latour book. This is called Loose Ends. It's a Southern crime romance. What's kind of ironic about that is because he's also done, he co-wrote some issues of Southern Bastards with Jason Aaron. It's pretty ironic. It's also a Southern crime comic. And also, Jason Aaron gave this book praise too. Back here. No one here though for Black Cloud. Black Cloud, they say, is very similar to Sandman. I did like Sandman. I wasn't like a Oh, it's 1 through 4, by the way, for Loose Ends. I wasn't like, it took me a long time to get into Sandman, but now I'm pretty hooked on Sandman. I like spin-offs too. Spin-offs are pretty good. I want to check out the James Tinney one he did recently, the Nightmare Country. This one is, next up is Dark Fang by Miles Gunter, written by Miles Gunter with artwork by Kelsey Shannon. I've been branding in this book, Brace. That's it though. Rest are all IGN clones. And I believe this was 1 through 5. Can't show that page. There we go. This one was also very similar to Buffy, I think I believe they said. I forgot which one they said was actually very similar to Buffy. I don't know if it was this or if it was Necromancer. I want to say it was Dark Fang. Now this next one is probably the only book that, if I had to choose out of all the ones to choose, like, why did I get this book, like, actually why did I get this book, not like, oh, well, it's done by this author. It was one of the books I had seen. I do like this genre of book, and this is twisted romance. Probably, honestly, the only book that would not interest my community here on YouTube. But I'm kind of a fan of romance movies, and I do, but it's this kind of thing with, like, kind of like schmaltzy romance kind of thing, and hopefully it's not. There are also some prose, so it's all text stories in here. So that's gonna take me a long time to read. And it's 1 through 4 also, so pretty thick issues, and done by a bunch of people. Mahendra Gutierrez, Carla Speed McNeil, Jess Bradley, Katie Shelley, Megan Kubrick, Margaret Truoff, I wasn't Kubrick, obviously. Margaret Truoff, this is a pun. Meredith McLaren, Naomi Salmon, Sarah Herricks, Sarah Winifred Seal, Trunkles, and Vida Ayala. And I was edited by Alex DeCampi. Oh. Okay. I kind of gotten this because of Alex DeCampi. Alex DeCampi, I do like her writing. She wrote, it was also Image Comics. It was stranded in an island. Not island. They were stranded somewhere. It was like the bus crashed and they were stranded. And it was like they were far away from home. It was, what's it called? I don't know. But let's look up Image Comics, Alex DeCampi, you'll find it. You know what? I'll look it up myself. I do recommend you check it out. Now, I'm not the kind of guy who's like, oh, this person said something mean on Twitter, so I'm not going to read their books anymore. There are some exceptions, obviously. The only exception, No Mercy, that was a series I really liked. There are exceptions too, like obviously Amber Heard. I will never ever. I didn't want to watch Aquaman because she's in it, but that's because I wasn't the hugest fan of Aquaman 1. So it's kind of one of those things. Like if I find out just in the movie I'm interested in seeing, like let's say I wanted to see what was she in, the Stepfather remake she was in. It's the only thing out of the top of my head. Let's say I want to check that out. You know, I'm not gonna not see it because she's in it. I'm not gonna see it because it's also a bad movie. It's poorly reviewed and no one said it was all that good. Aquaman, didn't like the first Aquaman, so I'm not going to see Aquaman 2. But if she wrote a book, I wouldn't check out the book. If she wrote a comic, I wouldn't check out that comic because of who she is as a person. There are exceptions, but usually there's also but this is also the reason why. But Amber Heard, you know, I would not check out anything she wrote. Johnny Depp I would, though. Didn't he write something recently? I know he's going to be in the movie soon. Which I'm very happy to hear. So this is Thought Bubble Anthology. This is 1 through 4, I think. It's technically the same collects issues. Bunch of names. This is an anthology series. So what these were was a bunch of it was like 5-page stories. It wasn't like Silver Coin where it's one issue per writer and artist. No, it was like a bunch. It's like a 5-page story. Usually I do and don't like that. Because, like, on the one hand, like, it's like, oh, good. This writer I don't like personally, not as a writer, not as a person, but as a writer. This writer I don't like his writing. So I have to deal with it I don't have to deal with his writing for 5 pages. But on the inverse, it's I really like the story and I really like this author and artist. I wish there was more, but there's not because it's only 5 issues, 5 pages. So, and sometimes it's just like a lot of stories are kind of just, it's hard to make a story in 5 pages. But it did look interesting. I think it was the only readily available Warren Ellis image book I needed, so I was like, why not get it? And it was $10 too. And it was less price too, $10. But sometimes I do like anthologies. There's one I read that was it was like several stories per, it was like 5-page stories per. It was Hungry Ghosts. It was by Dark Horse. Very good book. Read that around Halloween. I'll get you right in the Halloween spirit. It's like one of those classic Halloween stories. Like not like, but like kind of like, I guess it's like Trails of Horror, but not like it took itself more seriously. I wouldn't say like Twilight Zone, yeah. They remade it. I don't want to give that book too much credit. It was a good book, but it wasn't that good, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up that it's like that's that good. It was interesting. I really enjoyed it. I'm probably reading it again for Halloween, but with the artwork. Have I not been doing that? David Twisted Romance. Yep, I did. It's something I did for a thought bubble. Just in case it didn't, here it is. Now, I should technically, since it's a bunch of different artists, be doing, flipping through it and doing like this. I'll do it again. Let's do it twice. How about that? My hand covered up for the artwork. Whoopsies. Next one is New Masters by Shobo and Shop. Who is it? And it actually was brother and brother. Oh, it's just Shobo. I'm really sorry. No, it's Shobo Coker and Shop Coker. Shobo and Shop Coker. But it's right here. It just said Shobo and Shop. It's funny. This one, what's this one about? Is it? Oops, let me read it back of here. Because it was very interesting. It's power struggle, outcasts. African continent, that's right too. It said it was, I believe they said it was very similar to Black Panther. Charlie Adler, Nick Duragato, both artists, right? Give this book praise. And I also got this book for, it's one of the books I got at Newberry in May. I got it for $10.99. And it was a book I was interested in too. I just kind of forgot about it. Here's the artwork. And we got Creepshow. This is a bunch of writers, so I will just say. And Michael Walsh gave it good praise. They credit him for Silver Coin, but no, he did 0. 10 Terrifying Tales. So it's Chris Burnham. You know what I'm just gonna do? I'm just gonna show the whole entire page. I'm hoping you guys can see it just fine. I'm going backwards because I want to show the whole page. So here we go. Give you guys a few seconds to look at it. You can always snapshot it. I don't know if you can zoom in for live streams. I know if this is a regular video, you can zoom in nowadays. I think it's a really cool thing for YouTube to do. I think it's a really nice thing that YouTube did. Here's the artwork. I think that coming out with sequel for Creepshow for Image Comics too. I wonder if technically they could do a reprint. I mean, it's readily available too. But they technically could do a reprint of the Stephen King comic series. I don't know if they could. 1 through 4, this is End Times of... 1 through 5 of Creepshow. I believe 1 through 4 would be Masters. So let's all check. I like just saying what's collected in there, just in case of... most things. Sorry, New Masters 1 through 6 is collected here. 1 through 6 are New Masters. And then Creepshow is 1 through 5. Then End Times of Bram and Ben, that's 1 through 4. Written by James Asmus with artwork done by... Oh, sorry, it's written by James Asmus and Jim Festane. And co-created and penciled by Ram Brew. Colors by Overdrive Studio. Cool. Just kind of It's weird that a studio did the colors. It's like AI. Which honestly, AI artwork looks really cool. And you could make the argument taking away from the original artist, but there was an argument someone made. It was a perfect way of explaining it. It's like, no, not really. Because they don't take, I believe it's not like AI takes previously published artwork from that artist. If you say, oh, make me a Batman cover that's very reminiscent of Alex Ross, they aren't going to take like something that Alex Ross did and credit that and say, yeah, you can use that because it's not technically by Alex Ross. No, it's AI. I believe it was the whole thing. And I could take away people's jobs. That's the number one thing that I am kind of concerned about. But I feel like there's still an audience for regular art and regular story and regular everything. It's just kind of like the other jobs that they probably will take away. Actually, I think it was when I did. There's a company that technically went out of business because it went out of business, but they fired their staff because it was AI. Okay, I'm subbed with notifications on. Perfect. And yes, you're Eastern Standard. Okay. I don't know what I am. I know. I should know what I am. I believe I am Eastern Standard. EST, I believe. My cousin knows. Who's 5 years younger than me. It's funny. Let's see what I am. Because what else things I look up? So, I live in blank. I live in blank. I am Eastern EDT. Eastern time zone. Cool. Oh yeah, David Sing's coming up soon. It's getting like dark out right now. So it's a good thing I'm almost done, because if it starts to... Hopefully what happens is that if it's going to storm it all today, it does it while I'm on break, and then we're back to lighter, it's later out when I... Well, later out when I come back. But we shall see. Alright, so Evolution, volumes 1, 2, and 3, all written, it's a, like with Silver Coin, actually, no, unlike Silver Coin, each issue was written by a bunch of different artists, and, written by a bunch of different people. But it wasn't like, issue 1 is James Asmus, issue 2 is Joshua Williamson. No, it was all written by these people. And specifically, it is... James Asmus, Joseph Keenan J, Christopher Sabala, and Joshua Williamson. The artist is Joanne Ferranari, and colorist is Jordan Boyd. Sounds very familiar. What did Jordan Boyd do? Here is the... It was kind of like it's exactly... it's one of those books where the title gives away what the book's about. Like, it's like evolution. It's really cool. Sounds pretty cool. It's 1 through 6. Sorry, it's volume 1. Volume 1, Origins of a Species, collecting 1 through 6. Evolution, volume 2, Adapt and Die, collecting issues 7 through 12. And then Evolution, volume 3, Extinction, collecting 13 to 18. Last 4 books. And we'll do this. You know what I'm going to do? I'll still be going over what the books are, but just in case, here they are. Last 4 books, all written by Jason Aaron. First up, it's actually co-written by Dennis Halem, and that is Sea of Stars, both volumes, 10 issues total, 5 issues per volume. And they said it was very similar. It was like Taken meets Finding Nemo. It's like it takes place in no, wasn't it? Sorry, it takes place in space. It's like Space Taken. I don't know why I said. Well, it's I believe someone said Finding Nemo because this is technically a kid's book. It's T-13, so there's probably like a few things in here. It's a bit like it wouldn't make it E for everyone, because they do have their E for everyone kitty line for Image Comics. But T-13 usually means a couple things in here that might not be for like little kids. 1 through 5. 1 through 5. Duh. I just said that. I said to me. I was like, well, duh. I just said that. How could I have forgotten that? All right, so here is the artwork. But just in case you guys like, just in case you guys didn't know, it's good to reiterate. But yeah, I feel like an idiot. I just said that myself. So 135. I'm looking in the back here. Oh, artist. That's what I was trying to do. Artist is Stephen Green. Rico Renzi is the colorist. And I'm gonna take a quick break and see, not break, but I'm gonna see comments. Wipe. Nothing yet. That's fine. Yeah, we're good. Oh, one watching. 4 likes, nice. 2 hours ago. Nice. Alright, Sea of Stars, Volume 2. 6 to 10. And we got the other side, a absolutely incredible book coming from a guy who's not the biggest fan of war comics. Like, I just say, they all kind of seem, even the best war comics and war films kind of do mesh together for me. It's like, I'm like, yeah, this is good, this does something different, but it's still worse. We're not interested in that. But this broke the mold. Completely broke the mold. It's Vietnam War, and you get perspective of American and perspective of a Vietnamese. So it's very, very interesting. And it was not preachy at all. It's written by Jason Aaron. The artist is Cameron Stewart, and colorist I think is David Craig, or it's the other way around. Now Cameron Stewart's artwork I never really liked, but here it's done perfectly. The only time I didn't like it was with Batgirl. Colors is David Craig. That was the post. It's Batgirl Burnside specifically. I don't like anything about that book. Not even the writer. The writer I don't like as a writer. Brendan Fletcher. Just nothing about him I liked. Not even Goth Academy. Isola he did do as the artwork for other side. Isola he did for Image Comics. I don't remember enough of it to say what I felt about it. But from what I like really thinking about it, because I like I will like think about it because I was reading Gotham Academy not too long ago. I was really thinking about it. I was like, did I even like Isola? And the more and more I thought about it, the more and more I realized, oh yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of dialogue in that book. It was a lot of splash page, a lot of artwork. So technically, it wasn't really written by the guy. What a story. Story still. And last but not least, we have Men of Wrath, collecting 1 through 5 of Men of Wrath. Artist is Ron Gardy, and colorist is Mate Mila, and of course still written by Jason Aaron. 1 through 5 of Men of Wrath. And that, as I say, is that. Until the next one, I'll be today. I'm taking a little break, and I'll come back soon. Now, it was 73 books. If you want to know how much I got for May. Obviously, I did not include material. I accidentally put that in there, so don't think that was May. It was still a book I own, of course, but that was not May's book. It was the only one I misplaced so far. So that essay is that. Stay tuned in a little bit for an hour or two. I mean, you guys have notifications on, which is nice. But stay tuned for an hour or two where I'll go over the last few books. And I'll try and make it less than 2 hours. So probably an hour itself. I'll be going quick. I'll still go in the artwork, still going over what issues it collects, who writes, who's the artist, but I'll try and do it quickly. Because that's only... I can just do, because I know the grand total is 120, so I'll just do 120 and subtract that by 73. 47. So, almost half. What if it's exactly half? No, 36 is half. Yeah, I can show you guys how good I am at math. I can still throw the calculator. I think everyone has to know though. That's the number one thing I always hated in school. Like, you'll never use a calculator in real life, and yeah, you do. All of our phones have calculators, even the not so good phones, like the ones that don't work as good. No. Like older phones, I mean. I think even my flip phone I had for the longest time, not had a calculator. You are in that generation. To be fair, a few generations ago, like when 80s and 90s, you could make that argument that yeah, you don't have a calculator on your phone, so you get to bring a calculator with you. You're not gonna always have that was what they said. You're not gonna always have a calculator with you, but now you do. All right, that as I say is that I will end this video now and see you guys in the next one. And 4 likes, I think we got 1 viewer. All right, but double check comments. So get your comments in while you can. Whoopsie. I don't hit that. Why be slow Wi-Fi? My phone at least. Here, type up. Oh, got a comment. Sounds good, dude. I'll tune in when you start. Thank you. All right, cool. So if you guys want to know why it goes so close, I have poor vision, and the comment itself is really small. The way they did that on YouTube, I probably could make it bigger, but I don't know. All right, so double check to make sure that we're good. Oh, and Friday's video is another Omnibus Friday video. It's about it for this week. You guys just got a live stream, so it's pretty obvious as to why there's not a whole lot of videos. Just in general, like what I do for this channel is comic hauls and comic reviews. It's comics. Occasionally, I'll do a live stream with my cousin, but that won't be. I don't even know when the next one will be. He's in college right now, in like college. He moved into college, so and he's only like a half hour away from me, but it's still like for him to come over. Well, he probably would. He likes doing live streams too, so any kid would consider doing that. But that, as I say, is that. Even then, he probably won't do it for a long weekend. But yep, see you guys in the next one. Alright, so I'll be sure you